They say the forest warns you before it takes you. First, the birds go silent. Then the wind stops breathing. And if you ever feel the trees shifting behind you, step lightly, because that means something tall, something half man, half horse, has fixed its glowing eyes on you. And once the tikbalang chooses you, there is no path home, only the path it wants you to walk. On the southern slopes of Mount Banahaw, villagers lived with old rules. Rules whispered by grandmothers. Rules carved into the bones of the land. Don't travel alone after sundown. Don't laugh loudly in the forest. It listens. And never anger the spirits that guard the path. Most ignored them, but not Dario. He was a young farmer, gentle but stubborn, working the terraced fields beneath the mountain. One late afternoon, he decided to take a shortcut through the forest to reach his cousin's house before nightfall. The sky was already bruising into twilight. Still, he stepped onto the narrow trail, carrying only a woven basket and a boello tucked at his waist. He didn't notice the silence at first, not until he realized he'd been walking for nearly 10 minutes and hadn't heard a single bird. Not one. The air felt too still, like the forest was holding its breath. Dario hesitated. He knew the stories, but he kept going. The trail curved around an ancient bolete tree, its roots twisting like knotted veins. Dario walked past it, keeping his eyes on the path. 10 minutes later, he saw the same tree again. Same bent trunk, same hollow knot, same tangle of strangling roots. His breath caught. He was being led in circles. He turned back the way he came, walking faster, then jogging, but after a few minutes he emerged once more. In front of the bolete, cold fear slid down his spine. Then, the forest whispered. Leaves rustled without wind. Branches shifted, although nothing touched them. And somewhere deeper between the trees, hooves clacked softly on the earth. Dario froze. He turned slowly, but saw nothing. Only the hoof prints, fresh, deep, forming one by one in the soil, as if an invisible creature were walking toward him. A low growl crawled through the trees. Then the shadows bent, stretching into something tall, thin, and monstrous. A towering figure stepped into the clearing. Dario staggered back. The creature was shaped like a man, but its legs bent the wrong way, hooves gleaming black beneath long, sinewy limbs. Its body was lean and stretched, like a man pulled too tall by some cruel giant. But its head was unmistakable. A horse's skull, long and narrow, with fiery amber eyes glowing from deep sockets. Its mane writhed like drifting smoke, dancing even though the wind did not move. Dario whispered a trembling prayer, but the creature's voice echoed directly inside his skull. "Welcome, traveler." Its mouth did not move. Its laughter vibrated in the bones of the trees. "You've walked into my domain." The creature stepped forward, towering over him. "Why are you running in circles, Dario swallowed hard. I only want to go home." The tikbalang tilted its head, amused. "You will, eventually." It smiled a smile filled with yellowed, predatory teeth. "But first we will play." Dario turned and ran. The trees blurred past him, branches whipping his arms, roots clawing at his feet. But no matter how fast he ran, the clacking of hooves stayed right behind him, then ahead of him, then beside him. The tikbalang shifted through the forest as if it were smoke, peering wherever it pleased. Every time Dario stumbled around a corner, the creature leisurely leaned against a tree, arms crossed, waiting. "Faster," it hummed. "You can do better." Dario's muscles screamed. Fear burned in his lungs. He fell, scraping his hands on the forest floor. The tikbalang's shadow fell over him. Long, bony fingers wrapped the back of his neck and lifted him from the ground like a child's toy. "You humans are always so fragile." Its voice was almost gentle. Almost. Dario trembled. He knew the stories. Once a tikbalang claims you, it will lead you to madness. You will wander until your mind breaks. The creature tapped his forehead with one long claw. "You belong to me now." But Dario wasn't ready to die. He remembered a tale his grandmother once whispered. If a tikbalang ever takes you, grab its mane and braid it tight. Do not stop. Do not fear. If you finish the braid, the creature becomes your servant. It sounded foolish. It sounded impossible. But it was all he had. The tikbalang leaned close, its hot breath burning his cheek. Dario's shaking hands reached up, toward the creature's twisting, smoky mane. The tikbalang laughed. What do you think you're? But Dario grabbed a fistful of the mane, and quickly twisted the strands together. The creature's laughter died instantly. Its glowing eyes widened, its muscles locked. No! His voice rattled. Stop! Dario kept braiding, hands moving fast despite shaking, desperation giving him courage. The tikbalang's knees buckled. His breath grew ragged. Smoke poured from its nostrils. Stop! It roared, collapsing to the forest floor. But the braid tightened like a spell. The forest sighed. The spell was complete. The tikbalang knelt in the dirt, head bowed low in humiliation. Its voice was weak, defeated. I submit. Dario stepped back, chest heaving. The once terrifying creature now looked small, not in height, but in spirit. What do you want? It asked. Command me. Dario swallowed. I just want to go home. The tikbalang nodded. As you wish, master. The creature crouched, lowering itself like a massive horse. Climb. Dario hesitated, then climbed onto its back, gripping its mane. The tikbalang leapt. One jump cleared a river. The next jump soared over treetops. Wind roared past Dario's ears, his stomach rising into his chest. As the creature bounded across the mountain, like a storm given legs, the forest blurred into streaks of green and shadow. And then, lights, village fires glowing in the distance. Home. The tikbalang slowed. It lowered Dario gently at the edge of the rice fields. Dario turned to thank it, but the creature was already stepping backward into the trees. Its voice drifted through the wind. You broke my pride, but saved your own life. The glowing amber eyes blinked once in the darkness. Remember this, human. The forest is never empty, and some paths are chosen for you. The tikbalang vanished into the shadows. Only the rustling leaves remained. To this day, villagers say, if you ever hear faint hoofbeats on the mountain, not fast, not chasing, just watching, the tikbalang is near, not hunting, just waiting for the next traveler to lose their way. For more stories, like and subscribe.